You need to know when you're in an inequitable value exchange. What? What do you say, Q? You need to know when you're in an inequitable value exchange. What? One more time, Q. What did you... You need to know when you're in an inequitable value exchange. Q, what does that mean? You know what? Value exchange doesn't have to be, right, I pay for this, you pay for that. Because sometimes value exchange is just appreciation. Sometimes it's just gratitude. Sometimes it's just affection. It's just, hey yo people, I'm back with another video. This one I wanted to talk about value and in relation to people. And not like, oh, she's a 7 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? But like, how you interact with the world and value. So essentially, you start to use the word value a lot when you become an entrepreneur, because if you're an entrepreneur and business person, at the end of the day, what you're really trying to do is provide value to people. That's how you earn money. In a nutshell, that's what making money is. You provide a service or a good to someone, and that value has more value to them than what it costs you to fulfill to them. So they're willing to reward you financially, and that is essentially the basis of money. So as an entrepreneur, once you get really deep into it, you're really focused on value. Obviously, naturally, this isn't a business video, by the way, but you know what I'm saying? You can cut prices to decrease your perceived value, but really what you want to do is deliver more of people's desired outcomes. You want to hit what people more. Like, for example, in terms of YouTube videos, if I make a title or something that you're interested in, for example, I don't know what the title's going to be, but something to do with value. If you're like, I've been thinking a lot about value recently. Let me click this, see if it gives me some more knowledge. If it clicks and it delivers, you're like, yeah, that was valuable. If not, you'll probably be out already. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of people, what the best way to describe it is, and not to put any inherent, nobody's got any everyone's got their true inherent value. But in terms of walking into society, you've got to label people in it, just the way that we get around in it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and there's high value people and there's low value people. It's a big long range of how far it goes, but if we're gonna look at binary, and I'm gonna tell you why and how you categorize people. You know what I'm saying? High value people are people that when you invest into them, whether it's your time, money, your emotions, anything you invest into them, you get a return. And not so necessarily like, oh, like, bro, I'll give bro £5, he's like, here's £6 Q. You know what I'm saying? That'd be great. That'd be a great friend. You know, you know what I'm saying? But more so it's like, right, every time I spend time with you, when I go to see you, when I go to check you, when we have a conversation, I feel energized. I feel inspired. I feel in a better position. Low value people would be people that just take. They just take. I've got low value people, they take. You know what I'm saying? They just take. You know what I'm saying? You give, and they're just like, yep. And they're not even really aware of it. So I'm not even gonna, and it's not even their fault. It's just their mindset, innit? It could be, you go out with someone, maybe you have some friends or something, you go out to eat, you cover the bill, you cover this, you cover the parking, and there's no really offers of, oh bro, you got this, let me get that. It's just, oh, what? Q's paying, yeah? Pattern, I'm happy, like, say no more, like, do you know, let me get this as well. Since Q, what Q, can you grab that? You know what I'm saying? There's no kind of, do you know what, Q's got this, let me get this, or, he got the last thing, let me get the next one. That's someone who's high value, innit? They see that you're covering something, they don't want to be a burden, they don't want to be a leech, so they see you covering something, they'll cover something. You ain't got to say, you ain't got to ask, they'll just do it. It's what people do. A helpful phrase on that is like, Naval tweeted, helpful people don't ask how can they help, they just help. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I see someone, or you see someone struggling, you know what I'm saying, bro, just go help. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you offer help to people more time, they always say no because nobody wants to like, feel like infringed upon, but bro, just help. No one disappreciates help, innit? So it's like that. So on the value exchange, it's like, basically what you've got to kind of realize is who's who and what's a good use of your time investment. If you go to spend time with people, friends, family, whoever, and after you see this person, you feel drained. So this doesn't even have to be financial. It could just be energy. It just could be energy and the way you interact with people. You know what I'm saying? You go spend time with a group of people and it's negative talk. It's complaining. It's topics that don't mean anything and don't add any value to your life. People are just talking about the news, what's going on in the world. And it's not even on an inspiring or creative conversation. It's just, that sucks, you know. You know what else sucks? this sucks, you know. And then the next person like, do you know what also sucks? This sucks, you know. And they're like, do you know what, our lives, bro, that's what, bro, if you could translate conversation, guys, it's like, my life sucks, and you're like, do you know, bro, my life sucks as well, but do you know what, do you know how we can facilitate this? So let's talk about this TV show and how much this TV show sucks. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, when you start to get more deep into reading and life and consciousness, you start to like, very, very aware of what people say and what comes out of their mouth. And obviously what people say is a result of what they're thinking, and what people think is a result of how they live their lives. So if you're around people that's a lot of negative self-talk, or it's a lot of negative talk in general, or when you bring something up, or you're winning at something, or you're doing something productive, and people, if not directly, indirectly hate, or they just like to shoot it down, you got to start to realize you're around some low value people. I'm not saying there isn't an inherent potential or something special. Everyone's got something that they're destined to do, that they're the best in the world. But if that person's not at that stage yet, and they're at a point of where they just focus on negativity and self-loathing and all this thing, you got to distance yourself, man. You got to distance yourself. Emotions are contagious. They always want company. You know what I'm saying? If you're around people that they're negative speaking, or they're negative vibes, or they're just vampires, you know what I'm saying? They suck your energy. Then you have to be very careful, because it doesn't take long for that to start to seep into you. Now all of a sudden you're complaining, you're moaning, you're the negative person. Now people don't want to spend time with you. But back to the more positive, because look at me. Now I'm all like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, with high value people, it's like there's such a natural process of wanting to give more, wanting to make sure. Like some people, like their mindset is they don't want to be a burden, which is ironic, because of their not wanting to be a burden and want to make sure they're the complete opposite of a burden. But it's like when you're around high value people, they always want to make sure that you don't have to like spend anything. Like if you come around someone that's like proper doing well their thing in life, bro, they don't want you to spend or take any costs when they're in their presence. I'm like, don't worry, bro, I got it. Don't worry, bro, I got it. You know what I'm saying? When you speak with them, they'll only talk about things that inspire you, make you think bigger, make you think better about yourself. You'll start to think, wow, like they're doing this, maybe I can really do this. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll inspire you. You'll feel energized after you see that person. You'll be like, wow, like, I feel like I can do anything now. And you just want to go spend more time with those people. So it's like, you gotta figure out who's who. And the sad thing about it, not sad, but it's just the way life is. The people that you meet in life, yeah, you might know someone for years and years and years, and you might not realize that they're quote unquote this low value. I'm saying, you might not realize that, wow, this person is really negative, because I spent time with them, I'm around them all the time. Like naturally, I've been deep to it. But wow, this person, all they do is complain, all they do is shoot things down, all they do is bring bad vibe, negative. But bro, it's just your person, innit? Obviously, it's not 99% of the time. You know what I'm saying? It might be 50, it might be 60, it might be 70% of the time. The other 30% of the time, you're having good banter, you're having jokes, you got your inside jokes, but you realize like, wow, like a lot of the time this wasn't very negative. And sometimes a high value person you meet, it might be someone, you might not even know them. You might be someone you follow on the internet, it might be someone you met one time, it might be someone you meet in the gym, and you have a short conversation and they inspire you. They say something really deep and you just think, wow, I want to spend more time around these people. And the way I'm going to segue this, I don't know if I should have made it a separate video, but when I'm talking about all this value and you're seeing value in people, I know it's a bit shallow to describe people as with value, but on that, you got to realize your inherent value. On that, what I mean is, you need to know when you're in an inequitable value exchange. What? What'd you say, Q? You need to know when you're in an inequitable value exchange. What? One more time, Q. What did you... You need to know when you're in an inequitable value exchange. Q, what does that mean? So when I say that, yeah, you need to know when you're in a position, a friendship, a relationship, any situation where the value is not matching. You know what I'm saying? You're the one giving. You're not receiving. You know what I'm saying? You're the one covering this. There's not any kind of reciprocity, any time to try. You're the one bringing the ideas, you're the one bringing the value, you're the one bringing the inspiration, you're the one planning everything. You know what I'm saying? You're the one setting up all the dates, you're the one you're doing everything. And they're not bringing anything back to you. When you're in a situation like that, this can be friendships, this can be relationships, bro, this can even be with your family members, isn't it? I'm not saying you should cut any of your family off, but it's like, this could be like, wow, I'm the one that's always putting in effort. And do you know what? Value exchange doesn't have to be, right, I pay for this, you pay for that. Because sometimes when I'm with certain people, I don't want them to touch anything. Like from with my brothers, sisters, my mum. If I'm there, I don't want them to cut. Like, it's not about, yeah, I want my money back. Sometimes value exchange is just appreciation. Sometimes it's just gratitude. Sometimes it's just affection. It's just letting you know what, I see what you're doing, I appreciate it. Sometimes a value inequity can just be you doing something, you going out of your way to do something, put out a lot, and someone just doesn't notice it, or they notice it and they just don't care. That can be an inequitable value exchange, because if you're putting your time, your effort, your energy into thinking and doing things for other people, and because appreciation and gratitude is free, bro. It's free. It doesn't cost anything except for, wow, I really appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. You know what, bro? I really want to express how much I appreciate that you did that, That really meant a lot. I really just want to let you know that you being there for me, you saying that to me, has really helped me. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. It can be a text message, it can be a phone call. It can be a hand on the shoulder like, bro, thanks, bro, you're always there for me. That's what it can be. So it's not even about the cost. So it's not even about, I can't afford it. Everyone can afford appreciation. Everyone can afford gratitude. So when you're in these, what I call inequitable value exchanges, you just gotta take a step back and look at them. And it doesn't have to be so dramatic. You don't have to be, but you know what, I'm in one of these, burn the bridge, never chat to them again. You can make your feelings heard. You know what I'm saying? You can make your concerns heard. You can let them know how you view the situation. You can even kind of like, do you know what, like, fam, look, let's go bowling, yeah? Let's go cinema, innit? I'll cop the bowling, someone cop the cinema. Bro, you could start to set things up, you know what I'm saying? Everyone starts to realize. And it's like, one of my favorite phrases used to be like, brother, guys must think the car runs on friendship, bro. Nah, bro. It runs on petrol. Petrol is not free, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're picking guys up from the gap, dropping them to the gap, bro. You gotta let them know, bro. This pay ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's just things like that, like, bro, like, I can't lie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pick you up and I'll drop you there, but just help man with the parking or the petrol, you know what I'm saying? If it's with the man, because man, more time is probably just financial. If it's with your friends, your family, your interpersonal relationships, maybe it's more to do with appreciation and gratitude, because you don't really want to take money from your family members and your close, intimate relationships. That's more appreciation and gratitude, you know what I'm saying? But with these situations, you just got to take a step back. And it also requires patience, because you have to realize most people in life are just accustomed to a set of behaviors and habits. So it might not be that this person is ungrateful or have their gratitude, their appreciation. It might just be they just don't think to verbalize it. Maybe they just think, oh, that's not what you want to hear. Because even me, I've been in positions like that. I'll say definitely in my life, like, there's a lot of things my parents, my mum's done for me. And as a kid, I probably didn't express the true gratitude of the situation, the small things like takeaways, getting shoes, like, man, I was thinking, oh, I want more. It's not this, I'm getting this, I want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really think of it sometimes. So be patient with the people around you, and just, always the best thing to do is lead by example, you know what I'm saying? Because there's unlikely that you've got someone around you, a friend or person, a loved one, that you do 99% and they do 1%. And even if they do 1%, that's 1% that you can comment on. That's 1% that you can show your deep gratitude for. So lead by example, innit? I'll probably exaggerate. There's no way that you're in a situation where nobody's doing anything back and you're just giving like Goldilocks, you know what I'm saying? So start with that, man. Let them know that do you know their presence, fam? If someone doesn't even do something, but you spend time with them, their presence must be something you're grateful for. You know what I'm saying? So just, bro, you can let someone know that you're grateful for their presence, and let people know. Because at the end of the day, in relationships, we're always trying to make them, deepen them, get further. Like, no one's in a relationship with someone because they want it to crash and burn and they want it to get worse and they want it there to be arguments. You want to get closer, you want to get deeper. So the best way you can do that is let them know as well. Because in fact, you might be watching it, you might be the person, fam. You might be the person that sucks. You might be the person that's always complaining. You might be the person that's bad vibes. So what you can do, you know what I'm saying? We always assume we're not that person. I assume I'm not that person. I might be that person for someone else. I don't even know. I might be the person that comes around and I complain too much. I might not think I complain, but compared to someone else that's complete peace, I'll be a cute, bro. You know what I'm I'm saying? You talk bears, but you're always, you know what I'm saying? You always complain about something, you know what I mean? So, even if you've got someone that you just tell all your problems to, think about that. Bro, just let them know, do you know what, bro? I appreciate you always listening to me, bro. You're always there when I've got something to say, bro. I'm saying I might be a bit negative, I might be complaining a bit too much sometimes. I appreciate you being there for me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the little things, man. So, before you categorize anyone as low value, high value, man's come full circle now. You be that high value person, man. You always be giving, man. You be generous, man, and help people. And it's one of them ones, you never really think that, I'm therefore high value, innit? Because you're always going to be working. You're always thinking you can do more. So start with that, but also be very aware of inequitable value exchanges. I think I might copyright that, honestly. But yeah, that's the video. So be careful. Try to decide who brings to your life, who invigorates you, who energizes you, and who sucks and who drains you. Who like negatively drains you, and you know what I mean, if it feels like a sap on your energy. Try to distinguish that and not just automatically cut off those other people, but try to change the relationship dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Try to see how you can change it, how you can show your appreciation, because there's something that you're hanging around. Because if it was completely one-sided, you'd have already left by now. That's what we do. So if there's something you're still there for, maybe try to show your appreciation. Try to deepen the good. I've realized a lot of times in life, you can't really logic your way into changing people's behaviors. It's more about emotions. It's like, you don't want to criticize what you don't like in people. You want to emphasize and uplift and praise the things that you do like. You know what I'm saying? People work better on praise as opposed to criticism. I feel like that's more true for females than men. Some men work just better on criticism, but take into account and, you know what I mean, show your appreciation more than you exhibit your disdain and your disgust with certain behaviors. But that's my 2 pence on value. Your value in relation to other people, and realizing and determining what makes someone a high value person in your life and what makes someone a low value person in your life. But low value there's still some value in it. So if you've got nobody around you that does all these things for you, then maybe that's why you're around these certain people, innit? Once you start to see the other side of life, you might start to wow, like, I've got terrible friends. But yeah, man, that's that, man.